The people that Elliot is talking to are the intellectual and moral equivalents of Gwyneth Paltrow's Operation Goop, right? They're the intellectual and moral equivalents of the Joe Rogan show.
The idea that you are affecting the Supreme Court is one of the most absurd LARPs I have ever heard.
If you do something towards getting Republicans elected, right, you are making a difference towards affecting the United States Supreme Court. Right, Donald Trump only won by about 70,000 votes in 2016, and he only lost by about 50,000 votes in 2020. So let's say that you changed one vote, all right? You can add it up. Let's say your efforts changed 3 votes, 5 votes, 10 votes, 100 votes, right? You can plot and get an idea of how much of a difference you made. Right? The idea that if you can't be 100% decisive in changing the direction of American politics, therefore you should do nothing, is not a strong argument.
My life, like
If you
literally,
claim
the
to be
people
on the
marching
right,
around with flags are like much more based in reality than that.
if you claim to be on the right and you want.
So, from Rich's perspective, marching at Charlottesville or marching on January 6th, which both brought repercussions that were negative for the right wing, for conservatives, and for Republicans, that's much more based than contributing towards building up something in a positive direction, such as getting Republicans elected. Right? Richard Spencer, who wanted to be a theater director in high school, he still apparently puts his highest priority on theatrical demonstrations and the exhilarating narcissistic attention flow that comes from that, as opposed to concretely doing something in the real world.
Want to change your future and you want to secure the future, shall we say, you need to understand the role of Supreme Court and do everything
What are you
can.
talking about? I don't necessarily
If
even
I could
disagree
complete
with
a
that.
sentence, please.
Well, what are you talking about? Like Roe v. Wade?
Elections have
or
consequences. It's that simple. It's
Roe
that
v.
simple.
What are you talking about, though? How has the Supreme Court affected our lives? Are you talking about Roe v. Wade? Or are you talking about the regulation stuff?
The affirmative action stuff, which is absolutely crippling, that needs to be completely eradicated. It's what a conservative court will do for you and what's begun to do for you. So,
okay, so vote Republican, so we'll get affirmative action banned? Okay.
Yeah, vote Republican, so you'll have less affirmative action, and therefore you'll have more competence